Hi there, my name is Mina Imsirovic and I'm part of the marketing team here at TestGrid. Today I'm going to be talking through our guide to onboarding and sharing some key tips along the way. Now, to get us started, we will be looking at the importance of onboarding in your recruitment process, and then we will break that onboarding down into simple sections of pre-boarding, paperwork, tools and equipment, the duties and expectations, and the social aspect. Now, onboarding can be quite a complex process as there are a lot of factors to cover, even more so if the role is remote, but it is really important to get them all right. A more structured onboarding process can increase employee engagement, invoke a sense of loyalty in new hires, and in turn improve employee retention. Onboarding spans from the minute you make an offer to a candidate to the time that candidate starts genuinely producing in a role. Recent research by the Brandon Hall Group found that organisations with a strong onboarding process improved new hire retention by 82% and productivity by over 70%. Now, we like to refer to the time between you making an offer to the employee commencing in their role as pre-boarding. These are the things that you need to be checking off to ensure that things run smoothly once they officially start in their role. Now, it might surprise you, but candidates actually want to know what's expected of them before they arrive on their first day. And while a few want to know so that they can be the best employee ever to have graced your boardroom, most just don't want to look silly, to go into the wrong office, or to be dressed to impress on Casual Friday. I've done that before. Now, remember to give them some insight into your company. What kind of business are they stepping into? For your remote employees, you need to think creatively about how to impart this information in a way that is engaging. This is the time where you verify your new employees' information. You set up all of their accounts, logins, and email. You set up their workstation, and this is where you can get other staff members involved as well. Make sure you have all of their equipment and passes ready. And definitely send them a welcome email, including their start date, the time, the office address if applicable, and any other relevant details. And if you can, send them a video or a presentation about your company culture and values. Make sure you're doing everything you possibly can so that they're as prepared as they can be on day one. Now here's a pro tip. If you're not sure what your new hire needs, talk to their team leader or their colleagues and get them to walk you through a typical day in the life of that role. You'll quickly uncover items or logins that you might not have thought of to begin with. Now, before you can get to know your new hire better, there are policies and procedures that you need to communicate. This may be necessary training that is to be completed or documents that need signing, so we refer to this section as the paperwork section. Get your paperwork out of the way as soon as possible. The faster you finish off paperwork, the faster you can focus on the engagement side of onboarding. Electronic acceptance is a simple workaround to speed up the paperwork time as it removes the delays of postage, filing, and manual data entry. And not only will it speed up your time to hire impressively, you'll create an epic first impression with your new hires. Think about things like, does your new employee understand how and when to complete all of their onboarding tasks? Is your employee aware of all of the leave policies? Is all the information presented in a way that engages employees from a range of cultures and backgrounds? Is there support available for your employee as they complete their tasks? Another pro tip, to create a memorable first impression, and of course for all the right reasons, you need to up the level of warmth during your onboarding process. You can do this by ensuring that every interaction is personalised to the job, team, or the individual. Now, your new employee will most likely need to learn how to use some new tools. Your goal is to get your new hires up to speed and feeling confident in using all the tools independently. Ask yourself questions like, do you know which tools your employee is unfamiliar or inexperienced with? Does your employee have access to all of the tools that they need? Do you have documents or explainer videos to accompany each tool? Does your employee understand where and when and how to access IT support? From experience, this was one of the most important ones for me. Now, duties and expectations are all about what your employee's day-to-day will look like. Ensure you're working with team leaders to define the core steps for an employee to become a productive team member. For example, Don't overwhelm new hires with detailed product or solution workshops in the first week. Immerse the employee gradually into their role with periodic check-ins. Try to communicate early how the new starter's goals are aligned to the business strategy. The new starters will gain a greater understanding of their impact and enable them to make more informed decision making in the first critical months. Ask yourself questions like, is your employee aware of what their responsibilities are on a daily, weekly, monthly, and even annual basis? Does your employee understand their KPIs and other goals? Does your employee have access to all the documents and projects, both current and historical? Does your employee have access to a company calendar or a list of important dates and deadlines that they might be working towards? Another pro tip, hold your employees accountable to their goals. Share company results and team input regularly with the whole team. This really gets your new starters on side from very first day. Now, the social aspect of onboarding is no less important than the others. It is really crucial to provide an opportunity for your employees to connect, particularly if they're remote or even hybrid. Have a clear owner of the orientation experience. Is it the manager or a HR rep that will walk them through the office, show them where the kitchen is, show them where to get the good coffee and where the best bathrooms are? These are all important things for a new starter. Building lasting relationships is really key for retention, so get the new hire to meet as many people as possible in their direct orbit. Plan how to reintroduce key people, remembering that the first introduction will be one of many in their first few months. Ask yourself questions like, has your employee had the chance to interact informally with their team? Have they had sufficient one-to-one time with their direct manager? Have you created as many opportunities as possible for genuine conversation and connection during the onboarding process? Again, this is even more important if the role is remote or even hybrid. Bonus points if you can introduce senior leaders and the CEO. Reducing the silos and barriers between leaders and teams is really critical to creating a positive workspace culture. Finally, to wrap all of this up with a useful tool for you, we have developed a completely editable onboarding checklist template that you can download on our website to put to use straight away. The checklist covers all of the points that I covered today, plus some bonus ones, and we have broken down this checklist into sections that are easier to ensure that you are prepared. That is all from me. If you have any questions at all about onboarding that are specific to you, we are always available for a chat. Thank you so much for tuning in.